Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Thursday. I almost lost track of the days, as I do pretty much every day these days. But yes, I had to double check. It is Thursday, May 30th here, a couple of days away from the start of June when we typically go right into the, 100 degree, well, not 100, but 95, something like that. And it looks like we're not going to do that. So that is fantastic news. Looking outside right now, we have some clouds. It is in the mid 70s at 75 degrees. And yesterday saw about a third of an inch of rain here. Those totals vary wildly across the state and widely. And there's our wasp. I was worried about him for a second there. I know Tom in his stream last night said that I should shimmy up there and take care of business. So I might have to do that. Nah, Mom, don't worry. I won't do that. So radar right now, the big picture showing that there are some storms moving on to the east. There are more out west. Nothing kind of imminent like we saw yesterday. We had those just across the border out towards Sam Rayburn. But now this morning, they're west of Dallas. So it looks like we are going to see a little bit of a break, though there are a few showers out there this morning. You can see here right up there around Winfield, getting a few showers to pop up. I took rain chances back from 70 to 60%. It's the little things I think of and do and in my daily life here that really don't amount to much, but I think the rain coverage today is just a little bit less than what we were thinking. And then I think tomorrow through the weekend we are going to make up for it. So that's what radar looks like right now. Temperature is very tolerable in that 70 to 75 degree range, and dew points around 70, so it's going to be humid. It's June. Mid 80s for highs today. Clouds will hold us down. Again, rain chances a little more limited, but I still think we stay around 84 to 86 degrees. National Weather Service I think we're going to be a little warmer than that. Let's see what we're doing on that. Yeah, it gets us up 85. We're on the same line of thinking here. And then overnight lows around 70 once again. So it's going to be a little cooler than what we would see this time of year typically. And here are your showers and thunderstorms that are going to come through. And this is kind of why I took rain chances down today. You'll see why I left them as is for tomorrow. Pretty scattered for today, even isolated. So a lot of us see some rain, but it's not going to be terribly heavy. Tomorrow, it looks like by late morning, we are going to get another complex of storms to come in, and that could bring another threat for some severe weather. I'll show you that in just a second. In fact, I'll show it to you right now. Here is our severe outlook for today. So a couple of these storms, as we've seen in the past couple of days, they do decide to go severe once they get cranked up. Plenty of instability and just enough wind shear aloft to make that happen. So a marginal level 1 of 5 risk is out there for today. Tomorrow, we actually go up to a level 2 for the western half of the area. That is a slight risk for severe weather, mainly going to be gusty winds in excess of 60 miles per hour being your main threat. But most of us, again, stay away from this because the chance is 15% within 25 miles of a point that you see that specifically. So again, most of us steer clear of this, but I do think some rain is going to continue into the area, and then a marginal risk for Saturday once again. So 3 days in a row where we have at least a low risk for severe weather, and Futurecast shows that we keep this in the forecast for the next several days. Check this out. Now we have rain that just kind of rolls through at different times. This is going to be something we have to time out pretty much daily. So we get wave after wave of showers and storms, but then by Monday we start to clear things out, and I think that's when rain chances come down. Things go back to where they're just a little bit further north, and we're not going to zero rain chances out, but we're going to get from these 60, 70, 80% coverage days back down to 30 to 40%, which is normal. And remember, last year at this time, we were already in the throes of we were a couple of weeks into just no rain falling, and it was really getting hot. So we were already kind of drying things out. And here this year, we are looking like we're not only wet now, but I think we see a wetter than normal summer. And I'm going to show you some blue on the map here in just a second, which is my favorite thing to do in June. Here is your 7-day forecast. Rain chances peak on Saturday, actually Friday and Saturday. Sunday, it starts to kind of come back down, and then for next week, like I said, we get back to that more traditional summer pattern where we get up to around 90 degrees, and we'll see those scattered storms out there in the forecast. Now, the blue I speak of, check that out. Nice little blast of cooler air coming down through the Great Lakes and Midwest. This is going to try to nudge into our area by the middle of June here. if we're around normal or around where we should be this time of year, climatologically speaking, that's a good thing because that means we're not way up around 100. I think we could see some continued 80s in the forecast as we get into the middle of June. So as long as we can stretch this spring out before we get into summer, I at least am a happy camper. And then rain comes back to normal as well. Like I said, we get back into that 30 to 40% coverage, so it's not incredibly dry. We may get a couple of showers or storms a week in a given location, and that's what we can handle. What we don't want to see is tropical development. I've been looking out into the future on that as well, and we're not seeing anything imminent. It looks like CPC, that's the Climate Prediction Center, has highlighted the Caribbean as a potential area for development around the middle of June, but that is way out there. We're going to be watching it, but there's nothing imminent to talk about right now, and I was thinking the season would start fast, so I'm really going to be watching it closely as it looks like we are going to see a busy tropical season. All right, let me see. Rain gauge 0.06 out at Kincaid. I had 0.34. So that's what I had here at the house. We had varying totals. I mean, it was some areas seeing a couple inches. We had flood warnings down in Beauregard Parish. And then we had spots that didn't really see anything to speak of at all. 'Tis the season. Alrighty, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully no warnings today. I love our afternoon visits, but I'd rather, take the day off from that. Looks like we could see some tomorrow by late morning into the early afternoon. So I will, of course, be trained up and ready to go. I will see you back here then.